the genie of inflation never goes back in the bottle. Like we can't expect you to fix it ever, because you can't. You're never going to make monetary policy restrictive for long enough to have any meaningful dent. All you can do, their stated goal is 2% inflation. That means with 2% inflation, you can't. With expansion, you can never contract the monetary spot. It's 2% on top of the 2% from last year. They have to keep printing money to kick the can down the road, or everything breaks. And
agreed. Walker, I want to get your take. I also want to add there that we had this morning breaking. Dow Jones Industrial Average extends losses to minus 800 points on the day as chip stocks fall, rate hike odds rise. Again, that didn't actually material. And President Trump vows to strike Iran. So Walker, on Warsh, what are you thinking, sir? What's going on?
So there was one thing that stuck out to me in his opening remarks. I did not watch all the Q&A, but I did watch the opening remarks in full. And one thing stuck out to me about Warsh's remarks. Perhaps it was not meant to stick out, but he mentioned this idea that he said very explicitly, we're not going to fix the last 5 years, or maybe he said 6 years, but we're not going to fix the last 5 years of higher than target, over target inflation in 9 weeks. Like, come on, guys, we can't fix it all. But the funny thing about that is that, like, the suggestion that they could fix it at all, and that's the whole point, right? That's the, not to pleb slop it up too hard right now, but this is the entire reason that we stack sats. This is the entire reason we hold Bitcoin, is because the genie of inflation never goes back in the bottle. Like they don't undebase the money, right? Debasement is a one-way street. They inflate, they debase the currency. The value of the money that you hold goes down because the total amount of units of the currency goes up forever. And this idea that, for whatever reason, that just jumped out at me when he said it. Because he's basically saying, like, look, guys, come on, you can't expect us to fix it. 5 years of way over target, of our arbitrary 2% target created by the Bank of fucking New Zealand in the 90s. Like, you can't expect us to fix this in 9 weeks. It's like, we can't expect you to fix it ever, because you can't. You're never going to make monetary policy restrictive for long enough to have any meaningful dent. All you can do, their stated goal is 2% inflation. That means with 2% inflation, you can't. With expansion, you can never contract the monetary spot. Like, this is just so fucking basic, right? Like, I've got nothing against Warsh personally. I don't fucking know the guy. I did know Matt Cratter roomed with him. Matt Cratter said that when he was on a show with me, which I thought was fascinating. I was like, damn, that's like, wow, imagine being...
Wait, Teal and Warsh?
Teal and Warsh? Was that real? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I think he worked for Teal. I think
they went to school together, Walker. They were like
at Teal's wedding.
Everything, right?
No.
He went to Teal's wedding.
Yeah. Or were they roommates? You're right. Yeah. That's what it was.
But again, like, I don't know the guy. Cratter liked the guy. I'm sure he's a
quiet,
nice guy.
Right? He was really quiet and stuff.
Yeah, he was a quiet guy. He worked hard, didn't drink, like, nice guy. So
there's your warning sign.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean, guys? If you don't drink, it's like, what are you hiding? You know what I mean? But the point is, I found this whole statement, again, I don't attribute malice to it, right? I just think it's such a telling statement if you actually know where to look. Because if you actually know what he's talking about, you know that, like, this is a platitude, right? He's giving you something like, look, come on, guys, you can't expect us to fix the last 5 years of way over our 2% target inflation, 2%, which is already stealing from 0%, which is already stealing from the baseline, which is deflation. So you're stealing a heck of a lot more than 2%. That to me just stuck right in my head. And I said, God, I was listening to it right before the show. And I was like, this, if I ever needed, yet another reason to be a Bitcoiner, to stack sats, attempt to value and save in the hardest money that's ever existed, this was it. Because he's acting like there is something they can do to fix this. They can't. They're never going to. The system will break if there is too much deflation or too much disinflation as well. They have to keep printing money to kick the can down the road, or everything breaks. breaks. And they will never, like, it's 2% on top of the 2% from last year, on top of the 2% from last year, but it's been way more than that. And so I don't know, that part just jumped out at me as like one of those kind of like, you zoom out a little bit and you're like, oh, that's right. Yeah, Bitcoin's limping along in the mid 60s, but like, this is why I stack sats. Because they can't fuck with it. Because there's not a cabal of unelected banker bureaucrats who sets the fucking price of money. That's why this thing is important. End of rant.